damage that he wanted to do, and that drop shuttle is going to go down from the Wraith, but again, it has done a lot of damage. It took out probably close to 8 to 10 SEVs, and a couple of tanks, and that's a lot of damage for one Reaver to do, I'd say this late in the game. This is kind of getting towards the mid-game already. We're almost, 5, maybe 10 minutes into the game. We got tanks and Wraiths and Reavers and DTs and dropships, and it's been a while now at this point, a couple of expansions. We're good mid-game right now. An Observer coming out for Cal, and a bunch of more gateways going up. It looks like he's got 9 going up total in production that he'll have running shortly, and he'll probably be looking to expand again very shortly. Whereas C is kind of behind on his expansions at this point, finally going for the mineral only, but really that's not going to do much but even him up a little bit with Cal, who seems to be... I think that's a probe being sent out in the top middle on the mini-map where he's probably going to expand again. Maybe not. Maybe it's something else. But I do assume him to expand very shortly. And now the force of Cal is out and about in the middle, and C hasn't been out of his base yet, other than one dropship at a time. And obviously the harassment taking a little bit of a toll on C's game, at least head games, because right now he's got a lot of turtling going on, a lot of defense going on. He made a Wraith just to defend against drop shuttles, and that probably will prevent any more from going out, but not from doing Zealot bombs, that's for sure. And there we see the Speed Zealots being produced in mass. Basically he's got at least 12 there, probably close to the 14 or so, and 9 pumping out at a time. I'm sure he's going to produce many more. Not many vultures out for C though, so C going to be in a little bit of trouble here if those Zealots all march straight into his base. And yeah, there's Cal expanding once again, not even being challenged, because right now he's got map control. C hasn't exited his base with an actual ground force since the initial attack, and there goes the Wraith trying to take out that drop shuttle as quick as possible. Three Zealots popping out just in time, but not all 4 are going to make it. It looks like he'll take out a couple of turrets at the very least. And there we see Cal trying to break the Protoss Temple block that we have blocking the back of the minerals. And oh, Spider Mine doing a lot of damage to those tanks. And it looks like 1 tank going down, 2 tanks going down from those 3 Zealots, and potentially a Vulture as well. C, wow. Horrible micro right there. Just poor timing with the vultures and the mines, and I don't think that was a good idea. He really should have just microed with the tanks and the vultures and said forget the mines. Actually, now that I think about it, that mine was there from the beginning, wasn't it? So really just unfortunate for him. He should have destroyed it, if anything, but I guess he didn't see that coming. Kind of hard to fault him on that one. That would have taken some foresight. It looks like another expansion going down for Cal in the 12 o'clock position. I can't tell for sure until they go there, but it looks like he is in. Yeah, he is going for full macro mode at this point, and doing a great job in both games of keeping up macro-wise and exceeding macro-wise the other players. Again, C has not left his base. He is not leaving. Another dropship coming out to hopefully take out some of those expansions that I'm sure he's scanned by this point. But really, it's too little too late in my opinion. And it looks like with the Observer that Cal has had in C's base, he's prepared for this, and he's going to try to intercept that dropship as best he can. Here we see the first-person view of Cal, actually, although you would have thought it was C, but he's had an Observer in there. Cal macroing up and putting some cannons down just in case Arbiter's coming out. I forgot to mention that one. And Cal probably going to wait for the Arbiter so he can do some stasis and run in the front door. There we see some Templar out, too, so we're going to see Templar drop. Archons, no, we won't see any Archons. Zealot bombs, most likely, as well. And here we see the Observer just pushing in, seeing a lot of tanks. So you're going to be sure that Cal's going to be going into heavy Zealot production, although I'm sure at this point, again, here with the C's first-person point of view, you're probably going to see him going out with a bunch of vultures to counteract those Zealots, and C finding both expansions pretty much at the same time. Oh, and there's C's face. C realizing right there that he's probably lost this game. He's been contained for so long, or hasn't even been contained, he hasn't pushed out in so long that basically... Oh, that was a nice Vulture Spider Mine, actually. He's been contained for so long that basically Cal's taking the map, and if you look, I think he may even be taking another expansion. Those Spider Mines doing a good number on those Zealots, but not actually taking any out. That is a big force in Cal, in the middle of the map for Cal. I mean, that is a lot of Zealots. And again, Cal's production, no harassment whatsoever. A fifth expansion go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth expansion going down for Cal right now, and a bunch more gateways to aid in production. And C still sitting in the middle of his base, turtling like a Terran should, or shouldn't. And basically, it looks like he's going upgrades. Oh, EMP's coming out. He's got to get some science vessels for those arbiters. He's already got one out. Probably another one coming soon. Although he's only got the 2 gas, so he's not going to be able to make any more science vessels if he's going tanks. And the vultures, so he's going to have to go vulture science vessel if anything. And it's going to be tough for Medusa and Cal. Cal taking precautions even on and defending his base is going up. C looking very disappointed right now in this game, and I think C is going to lose this match. I mean, I just don't see how he could possibly come back. Even if he took out all those bases, Cal's going to have enough resources stockpiled up because he's probably maxed out. And there we see, yeah, in fact, he did do a lot of vultures. There we see the serious turtle coming from C. That's ridiculous. Look how many turrets he's got over there. It's not to say it's unwarranted, because there's a drop shuttle and arbiter out there, and another one coming out soon, I'm sure. But really, it's not. All it's going to do is delay the game. And at this point, C's lost. I mean, honestly, 5 bases to 5 expansions to 2. I mean, even though Protoss is supposed to be up 1, it's still 4 to 2. I mean, he's just completely out macroed him. And there's stasis, EMP going off at the last second, but it didn't matter because he already got the stasis off, and that's all he wanted to do. Scan going down, but it's not even going to help that long. The zealots are going to pour in. By the time Scan runs out, he's going to just keep scanning. I think he used a couple on the other bases already too. Zealot's taking a ton of hits from those vultures. A good amount of vultures for C, but just not enough forces. I really think some zealot bombs should have gone down by now, but Cal not. C actually defending this, and losing the science vessels with stasis, not that big of a deal after all. Cal looking a little dejected after losing that skirmish, but with the production that he has, he's basically able to zerg C to death. And oh man, there we see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 gateways with what he had over there. I mean, he's got at least 20, 21, 22 gateways. And C trying to push out now, take advantage of whatever he has. But basically, in about the time that it takes to make 1 zealot, Cal is almost completely maxed in his units. And going to lose that Templar to some spider mines, but not really that big of a deal. Although it's funny because it looks like Cal has no army, but he's always going to end up doing is pincering C out in the open. And while he waits for another couple of arbiters to pop out and some more units, he's going to be prepared to fight in about 10 seconds here. I mean, he's got units at the top, I'm sure, too, ready to intercept any forces coming his way. Yeah, definitely. And at the same time, he's just going to come in the back way and clean up. But C actually doing a pretty good job of separating Cal's forces. Again, an arbiter could simply recall back there too, which isn't actually a very popular method of defense. Most use it for offense, but he could do it. And it looks like Cal is going to do a pretty good pincer, but EMP going down again on that arbiter before it can stasis anything. And he does have vision now with that science vessel hanging out there. He's got to be careful not to lose it though. He has very limited scan. And here we see the zealot bombs being very ineffective, going after some odd units. And the tanks getting whittled down, just not enough units on C's part to take care of all the forces of Cal. And even though he's going to take... he's not even going to take him out. He's going to GG. So C realizing after that battle, doing a pretty valiant attempt to really separate the forces and take out those expansions, but just not enough. Cal way too ahead macro-wise, and C going to lose this match and go to the grand final. And there we see Sailor Moon hiding her face. So I'll see you guys in Game 4. The losers match. Look forward to it. It's going to be Stork versus Hero. Should be a good match. PvP again. See you there. I forgot to say, congratulations to Cal for moving on. Alright, see you in the next match.
진짜 김구현 선수의 원데이 듀얼 방식에 대한 그 승률을 말씀드렸는데 100%의 승률을 보이거든요. 김구현 선수가 세 번 통과했는데 이제 네 번도 통과하면서 김구현 선수가 변형태 선수와의 16강 대진을 완성지었습니다. 자, 김구현 선수 축하하고요. 일단 남은 선수 세 선수는 한 자리를 놓고 치열한 경합을 벌이게 됐습니다. 자, 일단 먼저 패자 부활전부터 치르면서 또 한 명의 선수를 걸러내야겠죠. 우승을 향한다. 그리고 그를 응원한다. 잘하는 거 오직 김구현뿐. 가장 먼저 올라가는 김구현 선수였고요. 자, 이제 부활전 치러야 되는 두 명의 선수 그리고 연보성 선수는